for a second glance.
I want to get back on topic with some acting question here, because the role that you I guess you acted for before Boston Blue was for the Netflix series The Greatest.
Yes.
And that's not out yet. I couldn't find a date on it. If you have one, I'd love to know, but soon.
NDA, can't say.
Got it. Soon. Well, if we get to NDA territory with any of these questions, mostly I want to ask you, like, Archie Moore is a real person that you play.
Yes.
And obviously he passed away before you could talk with him. So I don't have questions around that. But
yes,
this is a pivotal and influential person in the story of Muhammad Ali. And it hasn't been explored a lot, at least in popular movies or series. You get to do that. You will be the face of this person. Is there a lot of weight to that for you? Like, you owe the family or the legacy?
Yes. I mean, I didn't even know who he was. I had no idea who Archie Moore was. I did a lot of research on him, and I came to find that he was an incredible individual. He's, he was a boxer that wouldn't take a fall, and the mob kicked him out of boxing for, I think it was like 10 years. By the time he came back in, he was, I think, in his 40s. Well, many other boxers are in their 30s. So he was 10 years older, basically, than the rest of the boxers. But through all those years, when he wasn't in the ring, he was still training and mentoring youth. He has a foundation called, it started as Any Boy Can, ABC.
Any Boy Can, yeah.
Yeah, and now it's I think Anybody Can, because boys, girls. But he was a very I'm really impressed with what I've learned about Archie Moore, and it was an extremely a big honor to. It wasn't an impersonation. It was a
no.
Yeah, because it was it was the idea of Archie Moore. I happen to look quite a lot like him, so that definitely helped. And I have a boxing history and things like that. So I was training for like weeks before we ever got anywhere near camera. I was fighting.
I wanted to ask you about that because you're a physically fit person all the time anyway. Like, was there extra training? I guess there was to get into that shape.
Yeah, well, see, you remember in Creed with Michael B. Jordan. Because Michael B. Jordan is one of the producers of The Greatest, and he the people that taught him the fight choreography for Creed were the same gentleman that taught me for The Greatest. So it was, some of the days I was like, "Are you serious? This really? Like, wow!" But it was very like moments of like, "This is crazy." But and they definitely attention to detail. There were so many departments doing so many things. It's the first time in my life that I've worked on a production that had so many people with specific jobs to do, rather than just not saying in other productions.
Yeah, like other than we have five extra 5 people over here, take one of them, make them do that. Instead of, I have a special person who can sew that glove that way.
Yeah, this they made, I'm sure maybe at the time, this girl made a mustache, and it wasn't like she glued it, cut, like it looked real, like, because he had a mustache and a little bit of a goatee. What do they call it?
Flavor saver.
How does everybody know that? I
grew up in the 70s. I think it was like one of the things we all said on the bus.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
Soul patch, but yeah, flavor saver.
Soul patch.
Well, yeah, but flavor saver's got a lot more oomph to it. Anyhow,
there's a reason I remember it.
There was a serious attention to detail, and there were some big stars that I was working with, and but the training was very, I sweat through 2 sets of clothes. I did a lot of laundry when I was there, a lot of laundry, and I got in shape, and you know, worked on the choreography, and I just really is the most research I've ever done, an opportunity I've had to do, given the needed to do for a character, especially like a real person, not a type of person, but actually the person.
And a great story. Like, you're not just a guy walking on set, hey, you're going to be a champ someday, and you walk away. Like, this guy was pivotal. He was influential, and he also was influential in all boxing. Like the philosopher fighter, like he was known as. He used his mouth as well as his body, used his brains. I just love the fact that it's an engaging, important story within a story. And I feel fortunate to be able to talk to you, because this is big to me. Like,
thank you.
It's a fantastic thing. And I'm glad it's a miniseries, not just a movie, because you can explore these side people that are important so much better.
Yes, no, they go into detail. It's I think it's going to do really well. I'm like just so honored to be to have been given that opportunity. The showrunner's name is Ben Watkins, and he's the creator of Cross, that series Cross.
I don't think I do.
Cross, also a few other things, but very very intelligently. He's in my opinion, he's a genius. He really knows exactly what he wants, and he can, he's got a really great track record, so he can pull some powerful individuals in situations.
Get it done.
We were filming in there was so many sets, but the set was so large that they had it in an old aircraft military base, old Bombardier military base, like just expand, like huge, like it was huge, bigger than any studio I've ever seen in my life, like just for miles, you know what I mean? Not miles, but
what felt like it,
yeah, like everywhere you went, you were driven. You'd get lost too. So
wow,
it was and I was treated very well. I have no complaints, no bad situations. Just a pleasure the whole time. The only thing that I was a little upsetting was the last day of filming, because that meant it was
last day.
Yeah, and that's pretty tough sometimes, man. Like, especially when you're really enjoying. Because I grew as an actor, because I was really able to dive deep into this story that has already been, but recreate it with direction
and a modern lens and modern information, and how I hate to say modern too much, but the way of talking and communicating changes over decades. This same story filmed 20 years ago with the same competence level of acting and crew is a very different story, because we tell stories differently now.
I remember I worked with a dialect coach on many occasions for the show, and he was able to break down every little. It was very. I've never really worked with a dialect coach before, but he was quite. I learned a lot. I learned so much. I learned so much about my abilities, and about my my strengths.
And that's really saying a lot. This isn't your first job by a long shot. Like, you're a voice actor, so you know about dialogue. You are an actor. You're a stunt person. It says on Wikipedia you're a former commercial pilot too.
Yes.
What haven't you done?
I have not become and it's only because of that Baby on the Nirvana album. I was going to be an underwater porno model, but he just killed it for me.
Still comes up all the time too. There's always another lawsuit around it.
I said I used to say sometimes, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" Oh, I'm an underwater porno model. What? Like you're fun to say, but anyway.
Maybe you've seen my
Yeah, but no, they don't go together. Um, there's a lot I haven't done. There's a lot I haven't done. What about you? I mean, I don't have a show.
You want one? I'll co-host with you, and we'll find actors, and we'll ask them very difficult questions. Nah.
Be careful, man. I mean, I'm really liking this dynamic and this medium. Because I think I started one of my first interviews with that was what was that? That was for another show. That was about another show, right? Oh no, it was the first interview was what was my main thing?
I actually have those old notes, but I
Oh,
have to pull them up.
I believe it was the greatest. Um,
Oh,
and
the film festival was the
right.
what we
Yeah,
talked
thank you.
about, and I did
Oh,
want to talk
that's
about
that
that
too.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you've emceed a film festival.
yeah, many of them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
first started with the Anime Revolution, and I did that for 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2017 here in Vancouver. Excuse me. And but what was I saying here? I can't remember. I'll
Oh,
remember though.
let's
But
wander
yeah,
around.
I've there's I've done some pretty interesting thing. Yes, I was a commercial pilot, and then 9/11 happened, and that kind of shut that down. But I do feel that you know film and television is really the place that I am able to connect with my mind and my that 8-year-old kid. Like I've said to you before, like it's the place where that 8-year-old kid in me just gets to I just get to I get to be, and that to me is joy.
I love it.
That
I
to
love
me
the
is
fact I always tell people, like, I was always insulted when I was younger. People say you should grow up. I'm like, no, growing up is taxes and like responsibility and death. And as an adult, I know I now pay taxes and I'm gonna die and all that stuff. But it is nice to not have let all of that kid go. Like, it's okay to have playtime. It's okay to do
yeah.
ridiculous things. It's
Yeah, and
okay
it and
to
it,
be able to,
and it
yeah.
happens. Yeah. And then different people find it in different areas, and then if you find that, you're lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones with that. I heard a I heard a so what is one of your what's a phrase that you've heard lately that has resonated with you, like a saying or you know
I can tell you in this interview alone, when you said "get out of your own way," I've heard that a lot lately. You need to get out of your own way, and when you said that, it resonated in my head at that moment, and I kept thinking, how does that apply all over your life? Because I think it does. Like,
well
it's not just for acting; it really can help you in a lot of ways.
yeah
But
yeah yeah
yeah,
yeah
I would say outside of that, so it doesn't look like I'm sucking up to you. I've been dealing a lot lately with you deserve it. Not in the fact that like you're owed something, but like if you want to change your career, if you want to try something new, if you want to spend an extra $40 on an expensive dinner, you know what? You do deserve it.
yeah
Sometimes you do. You don't deserve. Nobody owes you anything, but you owe yourself stuff because you're working for you. At the
yeah
end of the day, you're working for you, and treat yourself like a good employee.
yeah
And that's been
no
going through my head lately too.
Well, I've heard the other day. I heard, and in this society, it seems like everybody, the majority, the masses want instant gratification. Look what I did. I'm this. I'm a big believer of delayed reactions. Just keep your head down. Keep going. Keep going. Even if it doesn't. Some days you have bad days. Okay, it's just my turn. Just keep going. Keep going. And the greatest, Boston Blue. I truly believe these are products of delayed reactions of me just going in spite of, but meaning hard work. And it is hard. I mean, getting, like I've told you before, getting up in the morning at 4:20. It's not like, well, I've been doing it 30 years. Every morning it's back to zero. It's like, oh, and your mind tells you, oh, just stay in the bed. It's fine. Just go, but I'm like, nope. When I'm able to tell my mind what to do, things work out so much better. So what I was getting at is like I heard a saying that everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Meaning everybody wants this, but nobody wants to do the hard stuff, So it's a simple saying, but to me, it really resonated with me. Like, like you can't, you've got to, in order to go, to grow, you've got to let something go. You can't take all the shit with you. You've got to.
Hey, that's the whole plot of the movie Jacob's Ladder. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's where I realized Tim Robbins was the real deal sort of thing. Yeah.
Wasn't that a Rush song as well, Jacob's Ladder?
I believe it was. Yes, good call. It's the movie. I walked out of the theater. It was one of the first times. It was before M. Night Shyamalan made it popular. It had a twist at the end that like broke my reality, sort of thing. I remember I walked outside with my friend and we just looked at each other like, was that really what that movie was going to do? Like, it was one of those things.
Yeah, these movies are quite. I don't know. Do I get this? Does everybody else? I need to watch them a few times.
Yeah, that was one. I bought the script for it. I liked it so much. I went and I have the script written by the guy who wrote. I think he wrote Ghost as well.
Oh, really?
And I would read it. Yeah, it was like my airport reading. I would always take it for like when I got on an airplane because scripts are great to read on flights. I don't know why. That you could jump in and out so easily that you're not bogged down by all the chaptering. But I did have one final thing since we're on philosophy. The philosophical boxer that brought this up. There's comedian Jimmy Carr, and he does audience interaction stuff. And a couple times people asked him, what's the most important advice he's ever heard? He goes, it's not funny, but I'll tell you, prioritize later. Whatever you're doing in life, make sure you also prioritize later. Like today is important, yes, of course, but prioritize later.
Yeah.
Make that a priority. And like the way he describes it is way more beautiful than that. But I get it. Like it's one of those things where, every time I have prioritized later, where I've made myself ice, I put the ice tray back in the fridge or the freezer, knowing I will want ice later, and I didn't just put it out and say I'll do it later. I prioritized later, and I think the more you've done that with your life too, and that's what the payoffs are now. You prioritized later.
Well, I just kept going. Roles.
Later was important.
I remember this one thing. I read for this character by the name of Eli Rabinowitz. When you hear Eli Rabinowitz, do you picture?
I didn't think you.
No. And
have a great one. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Be safe out there. Treat each other well.